Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. With that, it's off to the home opener, and they'll do it big at AT&T Stadium in Dallas. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who like to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Oh, to stop there defensively, Tyler Davison. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Ambrose under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerome Baker able to get him for a loss of about 3.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Here's Winston. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Winston. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down and 4, Winston. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here are the starters defensively for the Cowboys. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
first and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Chris Carson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
80 weapons. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go. Hey, Delta. Get that ball. Ready.
Now Ambrose to throw. To throw again. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Ready. 53 is the mic. Hey, let's get this. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Check 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Big Griffin.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run the counter. Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Winston now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This is Carson, and he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
23 yards on the play. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Ambrose. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The loss loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
You got nothing. You're out. You got nothing. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now, 2nd and 13. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is now 14-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with a couple of teams that met in the playoffs not too long ago. Green Bay heading to New York to take on the Giants. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Kenny Golladay, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Andrew Luck has thrown a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Redskins. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Winston. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now it's Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run again with Carson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On first down, it's Carson. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second and 5 now. Winston completes it to Lee. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. They run the counter. Carson. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on second and 8. Winston. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, Winston. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Lee. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have retaken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Winston's pass complete to Marquise Lee. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Joe, jackrabbit.
Now a play fake here on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Ambrose now looking to throw on second down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Hey, wahoo!
Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Looking to throw. Ambrose nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a run with McCaffrey. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Throwing. Winston. Lee's got it over the middle. And they work this out past the 25.
Let's go.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 33 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Winston. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Extra point try by Bailey. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
To throw, Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, the throw taken in by Cole. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He'll look to throw. This throw over the middle taken in by Cole. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Jameis now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Back to throw. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gold with the extra point, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now the Cowboys down on the scoreboard. 1:06 to play. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Go on. Hey, let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here. Deep grip.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Back to throw. Ambrose. This to Jarwin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the fourth now in Minneapolis. And the Lions have opened it up, leading now by a couple of touchdowns. Sterling Shepard, he had a touchdown reception to help the cause. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to you. Switch it, Ken, switch it.
One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.